Just waiting. Yeah, we're live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another interesting meetup of Lottiefiles. Myself, Prashant, and my guest today is Daniel, who is a motion designer based from Czech Republic. Thank you, Daniel, for joining us today.
Hi guys, hi.
So today we will be discussing about interactivity using Lottiefiles. I believe some people are yet to join. We'll just give 2-3 minutes more, and perhaps we will continue again so that more people might join.
Okay.
Hi everyone on the channel, whoever has joined, can you please say hi and say where you are joining us from today? Yeah, I think people are slowly joining now. Hi Diana, welcome. She is joining us from Vienna. Oh, that's nice. Germany, Czech Republic, and Vienna. So, to start off with, let me quickly introduce myself. I am Prashant. I am a designer and digital marketer based in Ludwigsburg, very near to Stuttgart, south of Germany. I'm more into digital marketing and content development. I invite people on my YouTube channel to discuss the latest happenings in design, development, and distribution. That's marketing in general. And today I am joined by Daniel. He is a motion designer from Czech Republic. Daniel, could you please say a few words about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hi guys, my name is Daniel. I am from Czech Republic. I've been doing motion design like for 3 years now, and I work in Pirate Studio. I mostly do some 2D animation stuff and explainers, and today I want to talk about the interactive animation.
Great. Thank you, Daniel. And to go further, we just want to introduce you to the Lottie community. It's a place to learn new skills in Lottie animations and meet local designers and developers virtually, or you can also meet them in person and share your interests in motion. Right now, Lottie Stuttgart is exclusively in meetups, so where you can comment, where you can leave your comments, and uh, the meetups will happen on live in YouTube, which you are right now seeing in. So you can leave your comments even on the YouTube video as well. And we pride ourselves as an inclusive environment where everyone interested in motion or welcome to join, and they will be provided access to the resources and the latest happening in Lottie development. And if you don't know about what Lottie is, what can be done using Lottie, you can always refer to our previous video. And later on, I'll be sharing one more link as well on YouTube Live, which you can go through, which has a comprehensive explanation of what Lottie is and what it does. So Lottiefiles is a platform. Lottie as such is kind of a framework or a JavaScript framework where you can do animations that is displayed on your web page as such. And Lottie Files is kind of a community for this framework. Lottie is developed by Airbnb, and Lottie Files is a company based in Singapore. So it's the correlation, something you can make it as Jiffy, which has all the GIF files on its own platform. So Lottiefiles is a platform for testing, collaborating, and discovering new animations for our community of animators, designers, and developers like Daniel. So some of the use cases of Lottie can be your walkthroughs, or it works really well with your infographics. And the next generation of Lotties or Lottie files, what we have works great with augmented and virtual reality as well. You can of course use it in your presentations and social media. And the best use case scenario right now or till now I have seen are ads. Uh, oops. Yep. And over 130,000 plus company use Lottiefiles to ship their products. And what Daniel will be explaining us today is like he will be showing us how he uses Lottiefiles in his day-to-day work. And yeah, without further ado, over to you, Daniel.
Cool. Thank you. I want to start with my presentation now. And here it is. So, hey guys, I would like to tell you about my project that we did last summer. The whole project itself was built around the interactive animation and user interaction with the website. So I divided the presentation into two parts, informational and technical, to be interesting to both designers, managers, and animators. But don't be afraid, I will not go deep into the technical part. First of all, I'm working at Fire Studio as a motion designer. Studio has quite a few teams who deal with development, design of products, websites, and branding, and so on. We also have a full team of illustrators. We already had some experience with the Lottie platform, but it was my first experience with interactive animation. So last summer, guys from Suite Analytics came to us with a request for a complete redesign of their website. Suite Analytics is a platform that collects data from different market platforms and connects them all under the one roof. Our guys from design team worked on the entire project, but the client had a special request for a homepage of the site. Client wanted to add some kind of interactive animation to the main page, which explains the main concept of Swift platform. The main concept is turn data into the information you need to grow. So after that, our animation team get involved into the project. And here you can see our illustrator Dmitry Kazak was searching for the idea of the illustration design. And here you can see his early concepts of the design. We decided to represent the Swift platform as a kind of filter, which you can turn on to create structured information from all the data flying through it. And at this stage, we already figured out how to add some kind of interactivity to the animation and how this interactivity could help us to explain the main concept of Swift platform. We decided that the filter will have two states, as you can see here. And these states will switch either by themselves or by the user clicks on the button here. By this, we can capture all the attention of the user on the landing page. And here you can see the final design. Here you can see how it evolved from the concept. We can see all the data flying through the filter and staying on their places into the jar. We also used logos of platforms which can be integrated into the Swift platform. Here you can see. And as soon as the filter switched off, all the data just went through without any kind of sorting. And yeah, you can see like the main concept how it works here. And here you can see the final animation, how it works. I think we managed to achieve the effect of sorting that we was looking for. All the information flying through the filter. As you can see, all the particles flying into the jar stand in their places. But as soon as jar disappears and the filter is switched off, then the visual chaos begins. And the most important stuff that this animation is fully interactive. As you can see, when the user clicks this button slider, then the filter is switching on and off. Thanks to this interactivity, we captured a lot of attention on the landing page of the user. And also, we managed to explain the main concept of the Swift platform, as you can see. So yeah, I think now we can answer some questions maybe. If you guys have questions about this visual part and how we developed it and how it works. What do you think, Prashant?
How does the performance of a website get affected when you use these kind of animations? Hello, Daniel, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Daniel?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So I was asking, how does the performance of a website get affected when you add such a complex animation on your web page?
I think we can talk about it after the technical part, but shortly, it was pretty good. Yeah,
Mhm.
after we chosen Lottie, it doesn't affect it so much the main page. So yeah, Lottie was pretty good choice for the web animation for this case.
Great. And how did you do this animation? Which kind of tool did you use to achieve this beautiful animation? What you're doing right now?
I was doing it fully in After Effects. I
Mm-hmm.
will also talk about it later.
Mm-hmm.
Here you can see it. I was using only After Effects without any third-party plugins and effects. I
Mm-hmm.
only used body moving to export this animation. So that's all.
Oh, great, awesome. So before you started the animation or before you decided that it should come on your web page, uh, what kind of thought process went before designing this one? Like, how did you go on with the discussion with the client to come forward with this final output? I mean, what was the thought process involved?
Well, the client just wanted to make some kind of illustration with animation, which can explain the main concept and give us this idea. So he just was looking for concepts, and after that, our illustrator Dmitry Kazak made these concepts. And when
Mhm.
the client liked it, we started design. So it was like pretty free idea, and we could do it everything we wanted without.
Great, great. Yeah. And may I know, like, the final animation which you showed, like, what does it show exactly, and how does it convey the client requirement over here? Like, I can see some particles going inside and getting stored in a jar. So, what does it mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah. The main idea is that this filter, as you can see, and
mm,
here is the logo.
mhm.
This logo of Swift Analytics platform. So you can imagine this filter as a platform, and
Okay.
the jar as
Mhm.
a platform side.
Mhm.
All these data are like particles like a data, or these logos like different marketing platforms. All this data and platforms fly into the jar, into the filter, like they fly into the Sweet
Mm.
Analytics platform. And while they inside the jar, they started to be structured. So the main idea of the Sweet platform that they gather all the information and data from different marketing platforms, connecting them under the one roof and structuring. Yeah.
Great. So the final animation depicts the unstructured data going through their platform, and the
Mm-hmm.
output is like
Yeah.
structured data which a
Yeah.
user can understand.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Great.
when the
Mhm.
filter switched off and
Mhm.
platform doesn't work, you can see all the data just flying through. Like you can see the full chaos. Yeah. Data
Oh,
chaos.
okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. An awesome animation. Yeah. Yeah. Perhaps if any of our audience have any questions, they can post it on YouTube. Ali Dib is asking, do you prefer using vector objects over images when creating animation in After Effects to export it to Lottie?
Mm-hmm. I would prefer using only vector animations because when you're using not vector, it would highly increase the final weight of the JSON format and will make some problems on web page. So guys, only use vector, please. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's really true. Like for one of my projects, I tried to use images, and a lot of images gets created like frame by frame, and it adds a lot of weight in the backend. But if you create using only vector objects, it just splits the vector into data, and it's more
Mhm.
lightweight, I would say. Mm.
Yeah.
Anyone else have any queries or questions to Daniel? Hmm. Okay, I think we can push. Yeah, yep. Thank you for asking the question, Ali. Yeah, we can proceed further.
Okay, we can go to the technical part. So I want to tell you quickly why we chosen the Lottie format for this project. So as I said before, JSON format is very friendly to the websites. It would not overload the site, so and user could quickly switch your interactive animation. We also had a second option by using the MP4 format, but it's going to be more difficult in realization, and you can have some delays between the user clicks and animation playing. So the client liked the JSON option, and we had a brainstorm how to implement this animation to the web page. Our animation lead made this little scheme, as you can see. We just basically divided our animation into the 4 parts. There were 2 loops and 2 transitions before the loops. So as you can see, we have 1 loop without jar and second loop with jar. And also we have transition from loop without jar to loop with jar, and transition from loop with jar to loop without jar. So basically we have like 4 equal JSON files with animation. Every animation runs 150 frames. So together this animation runs 600 frames. So as you can see here, I've rated all the parts of animation, all the 4 parts. At start we have a loop without jar. After that, when the user clicks this button, we have the transition to the jar. Then we have loop with jar, which is repeats forever, like until the user clicks the button. And after the click, we have the transition backwards. So here how it works. It's pretty easy stuff. And also we have independent loop of particles flying into the jar. Here you can see all these particles just flying forever. Software that I was using was After Effects without any plugins and effects, because as we know, Lottie is very unfriendly platform with third-party plugins. It's hardly to export some kind of different effects. I want to tell you about the common problems that newcomers face when working with loops under the Lottie platform. To begin with, we calculated all the animation before we started. We calculated all the loops, how long does animation should run, and we figured out that each animation loop should run exactly 150 frames, and that Lottie exports animation in 60 FPS. That's very important stuff. You should always work inside the composition in 60 frames to properly calculate everything and don't have any problems in final export. Naming is also very important stuff, especially when you working with a huge amount of compositions. I can show you it in project how we made it. Here you can see like there were a lot of compositions, and yeah. And I want to tell you just that bad naming can cause you a lot of problems in the optimization phase of project. and I've often noticed newcomers missing name in projects. So please, guys, use name everything you're working on, name every layer you're working on, everything you animated, every composition. It will save you a lot of time on the final export. I've animated mostly every particle in this project manually, as you can see. All the stuff was done by hands. Maybe sometimes it's quickly way to animate such huge amount of objects, but as you know, Lottie is very unfriendly with third-party plugins. So if you can, just do it by hands. Then you won't face any problems on final exports, won't face any glitches, bugs, and so on. Finally, while working on project, I faced a number of problems, and here I want to talk you how to avoid them. It also will be very important for newcomers, I think. To begin with, I want to tell you, do tests as often as possible. Tests is very important stuff on working with Lottie. I did tests after every animation, after every loop. So it helped me to fix all the glitches step by step, not all at once at the end of the project. Flickering is very often problem. Flickering is just problem when object like flickering and appearing on one frame and then disappearing. This can be caused. Let me show you quickly. This is maybe caused when you have keyframes of position or and opacity very close to each other, like this. That's bad stuff. To fix it, it's better to have a space of one keyframe between these keyframes. And when you have the space, it will fix the flickering problem. Optimization is also very important stuff.
Sorry to jump in. Could you please
we had to cut little particles. I can show you. There were like many little particles flying along these crude lines, and we had to cut this out because this looked pretty messy in the final animation, and animating all this huge amount of little particles and objects can really overload the final animation and final JSON format. So if you can, always remove unnecessary elements which can greatly slow down the animation and increase the total weight of JSON file.
Daniel, can you hear me?
I think that's all. At the end, I want to thank my guys from our animation team, from our illustration team, and also say thanks to our design team and developers who work on this project.
Awesome. Great. Okay, Diana got the answer. Great.
Yeah. Maybe it was too quickly about this changes stuff and software stuff. So if you guys have any questions now, you can answer. Yeah.
I have one question regarding the shapes in After Effects. When I create a complex shape and when I use some Bezier curves for the animations, will it affect the final output, or will I still get a smoother animations?
It depends on how much details you want to animate. If you're talking about like this kind of curves, this one,
Mm-hmm.
this shapes is this shape, so won't make you any problems, I think.
Okay. And
Of
if
course, if
in
you
a,
have like not 1,000 of the shapes.
okay, yeah, if in a single shape, let's say one of the points is busier and one of the other points is a corner point, will it affect the output in any way, or will it still work?
mm, single. There are no problems with strokes in After Effects, I guess. So I think
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Great. Yeah. Great.
They
Diana.
Lottie expert, as I remember, even support some kind of strokes effect animation inside After Effects, so
Mhm.
you can use them also without any problems.
Great. Great to know that. Yeah. Yeah. Any other questions from our audience? Yeah, I think I came in between your talk, Daniel. You can continue with it.
I think that's all what I wanted to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
I show the project and yeah.
Oh, that's great. So this whole project of the animation and the Lottie inclusive, like how many people were involved in the whole team as such? May I
You
know?
can see, yeah, you can see all the people down here.
Okay,
I've
great.
written all the names.
Perfect. And may I know the animation which you showed us? Is there any way that we can see online? Do you have any link for that?
Yeah, sure, sure. I can share this link. You can see the final animation. How can I can,
You can just post it on YouTube.
yeah, I'm pushing it here. Here you can check this out, how it works in real life, like not in project, how it works basically. And also, if you have some questions about design stuff and process, we have a presentation on Behance. You can check this out. Here you can see like full process, fully
Awesome.
written.
Awesome. Yeah, could you please paste it on YouTube now on the chat?
Yeah,
Or you can just send
I
it to me.
pasted it. Yeah,
I'll paste it
I
across.
sent it. Yeah, it should be visible in chat.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Can you see it on YouTube?
No.
Mm.
YouTube generally has around 10 seconds of delay, but still
Yeah,
I'm
maybe. Yeah. I will send it in private chat
yes.
if
Yeah, I got
you
your
can't see it. Yeah,
great.
if there will be any problems with chat.
Awesome. Let me quickly paste it on YouTube. Yeah, this is the link for the suiteanalytics.com, and this is the link for Behance, which contains the complete flow of the design and the process followed by Daniel. So, Daniel, which is the best way that people can get in touch with you if they have any queries or if they want to know more about motion design?
Sure, you can just contact me on my email, my working email. I'm Yeah, I will contact you by that.
Awesome. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Yep. And yeah, is there
If you have
any
any questions, yeah.
yeah, yeah, is there anywhere on social network where they can learn more about you, about your work and what you are?
Sure, I also have mine here. I will send it to you. My link, my portfolio on Behance. You also can check out my projects, our studio projects, how we process of our projects, and so on.
Awesome, awesome, great to know that. Yeah. So, any other questions for Daniel or me from the audience? You can post it now. I believe we still have 20 minutes to go, and if I don't receive any questions, I think we can call it a day. Thank you, Ali. Ali has replied, "Thanks, Daniel. That was amazing."
Thank you.
Yay! Great. Uh, yep. If it makes a difference for one of the person in the audience, I mean, yeah, it's a success for us. Great then, Daniel. I believe I think we should be done. It was a short and sweet interaction that we had, and I believe the audience have very much to take away from Lottie, what it can be used, and of course your brilliant animation that shows the real
Thank you,
power
Prashant.
of Lottie and what it can be used. Diana Gulabian is saying thank you. It was great, and Diana Yakov, the other Diana from Czech Republic, she says, "What is your advice for beginner designer and motion designer?"
My advice, like how to start uh, animating or how to enter the motion design community.
Yeah, I have one advice for beginner designers and motion designers as such. I mean, at the end of the day, if you look at it, After Effects or Lottie, it is just a tool. Uh, but when you're beginning your career as such, I would say invest more time in the actual design, the colors, try to
Yeah,
understand the
sure.
colors, the motion as such, and a pen and paper is the best tool you can have before you start, or if you are in the beginning of your career. Don't get bogged down with too many tools as such, because the tools might change in the future, but make sure your basics are really strong. That helps a lot once you grow through your career. I hope I am right in this one, Daniel.
Yeah, I also want to say that in the beginning stages, it's very important to find and try as many different areas of design as possible. Just try them all, and after that, you will find the ones that you're interested in, and you will develop in this uh, area. And also, yeah, as you said, it's very important to develop not only in tools but also in composition, colors, and all the main design stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. And one more thing that I feel that has helped a lot is, yes, you can concentrate on the basics, but it's very crucial and very critical to have a mentor early in your career, someone you look up to and someone who helps you in analyzing your field, analyzing your work, and what can be done better. So make sure you find yourself a very good mentor early in your career. That helps a lot.
yeah, you can look like for different motion design communities or different design communities in your country or abroad, so you can get know a lot of interesting people from the beginning. And our industry is very small, like everyone knows each other, so it's very important to know people.
Yep. I hope, Diana, we answered your question. Anyone else wants to pitch in any queries? Yep, I think we should be done. And thanks a lot for your time, Daniel. And it was a really good interaction, I would say, that we had now. And of course, our audience will be in touch with you if they find, or maybe if they are looking out for a mentor. I think you are the person to go. Great.
Thank you,
Anything
Prashant.
else you want to add, Daniel?
Thank you, Prashant, for this stream. Thank you for the opportunity. And I think it was pretty interesting presentation for the newcomers. And thanks, Lottie, for the chance to make the stream for this time. For your time. Thanks for your time also.
Yeah. Awesome, awesome. So if our audience have any questions or any queries, they can like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And of course, there is Meetup as well. So you can leave your comments on your on the YouTube video if you need to know further. If you want to know further anything about the videos or anything about Daniel or anything about the workflow. Yeah. Thanks for your time. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.